My name's Andrew Price. I'm the head of commercial property. I'm a partner in the commercial property department.
My name is Matt Haynes. I'm a partner here at Milners. I'm a commercial property lawyer and I head up the Harrogate office.
Well, a commercial purchase, in terms of its stages, legal stages, follows a similar process to that of a residential purchase. However, the key difference is that on a commercial purchase, you're buying a property for a business. So the key aspect of that is to make sure that the business can operate from that property.
When a client approaches us to help them with a new commercial lease, they will have already gone through certain steps with either the landlord directly or the landlord's agents, and then the heads of terms are produced, which are the basic agreed terms for the lease. The heads of terms have various standard clauses attached, which would include a definition of the property and the landlord and the tenant. There would also be details of the term of the lease, i.e. how long the lease is to run for. Other things to consider in the heads of terms would be the repairing obligations, whether it's a full repairing lease or an internal or external repairing lease. There's also issues such as break clauses, which would mean that the tenant can come out of the lease earlier than the end of the term and exercise a break clause accordingly. One of the main issues for a tenant is to understand what their obligations are in handing the property back at the end of the term, because sometimes tenants do not quite understand exactly how they're meant to keep the property in good repair and condition, and find themselves facing what's known as dilapidations claim at the end of the term, which can be very costly and unwelcome.
So when a lease is excluded from the Landlord and Tenant Act, what that means is that at the end of its contractual term, the tenant has no right to remain in the property. What you have is the Landlord and Tenant Act 1954, which allows business tenants to remain in properties beyond the end of the contractual term. However, when it's excluded, that right is removed.
If the landlord wishes to exclude the security of tenure provisions from the lease, a formal notice and a declaration needs to be served on the tenant prior to entering into the lease. A declaration needs to be made by the tenant that they understand the consequences of this. Once those provisions have been given up, the tenant cannot expect to be granted a new lease at the end of the term from the landlord, and they need to understand the consequences of that before entering into the lease.
At Milners, what I like to think we do is offer a bespoke service to our commercial clients.
And we're keen to ensure that we can build a long-standing relationship where we can work together in our respective businesses. All Milners clients have a partner-led relationship within the firm that's then supported by the junior members in the team.
We are very flexible, accommodating to our clients. Most of the lawyers here have come out of big firms into a small firm because we like to deliver clients that flexibility.